Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome also on behalf of the Institute's head, Professor Grabmeier. My name is Holger Vogt. I'm a Deputy Director of Fraunhofer IMS. I will give you a short introduction on what Fraunhofer IMS is and what we are doing here at Duisburg. Okay, Fraunhofer is a large society on applied research in Germany. It's one of it's the largest in Europe, I think, and one of the largest in the world, in fact. It's a non-profit organization founded in 1949, and it's about applied research, customer and industry-oriented research on nearly all fields of engineering. Our name's patron is Josef von Fraunhofer. Well, he was commercially successful in building telescopes. He was, well, today you would call him an engineer because he made things, made glasses better for optical applications. And he also was a scientist because he found these black lines in the sun's spectrum and he explained them a little bit. And so these three things, being researcher, engineer, and also entrepreneur, are successful with our customers. This is what Fraunhofer is about. Well, 72 institutes right now, 72 entities like this one here at Duisburg, all around Germany, and also there is Fraunhofer USA and some other offices and institutes in other locations in the world. More than 25,000 people in total, more than 2.3 billion annual budget. So this is really a good figure, a good number to do research. Yeah, what are we doing at Fraunhofer? So we talk about and we develop things concerning society as a whole. So it's about health and environment, mobility and transport, communication, knowledge, energy, resources, security, protection, production and supply of services. So it's a very broad field ranging from semiconductors, electrons and holes in silicon or other semiconductors, well, up to studies for the benefit of society, up to energy sources and requirements. So the whole staff on engineering, including medical, for example, also. Yeah, so we are a small part of this large organization. Our institute here at Duisburg, Fraunhofer Institute on Microelectronic Circuits and Systems. It has been founded end of 1984. We are about 250 people around. Well, if you do microelectronics, you need some infrastructure on this. And we have it. We have clean rooms here, and we have this in-house center where this workshop is located today and tomorrow. Well, our annual budget is around 29 million, or has been in the last year. Well, and the various income sources you see on the bottom, and the lowest, the figure on the bottom, projects funded by industry. This is the most important thing we have here in Fraunhofer because, well, it's about 50% of our budget. And this is a figure that shows that Fraunhofer has some importance towards industry. And this is, well, therefore we are here. Okay, what are we doing here at Fraunhofer IMS? Well, we stem from CMOS. CMOS is a technology to make chips. 99% or 98% of all chips you carry around with you or you have in the world are made with CMOS technology. And we develop these production technologies. We do circuits and we manufacture chips. In fact, we have a chip fab here on site. Well, CMOS is electrical in, electrical out, simply spoken. To enhance this, one could add sensor capability, and this is what we have been doing. We have using CMOS technologies to add sensing to chips. So we make intelligent sensors, pressure sensors, optical sensors, large activities on LiDAR, the laser ranging. We do chips and complete systems. Well, and Timo and others are in the third row. This is our systems development. We are developing complete electronic systems with some concentration on wireless local RFID, RF sensor activities. Well, yeah, if you do semiconductor, you have to have certain infrastructure. In fact, we have a CMOS fab facility here on site where we do production of CMOS circuits in cooperation with a company, with a semiconductor company. And we develop new processes for industrial CMOS, for robust CMOS, for analog and mixed signal CMOS. And we use these wafers as intelligent substrates. So we have wafers, silicon wafers, where there are readout circuits, driver circuits. And in another fab, we put layers, structures, devices on top to create intelligent sensors, microsystems with combining electronics and sensing capability. And there's also a small test and assembly facility because, well, our customers don't want to have wafers. They want to have chips. And of course, they may get them from us. Yeah, and this shows, well, all the business fields we are actively in. So we develop medical systems, medical chips for becoming an important part of implants. So, for example, we develop pressure sensors to go into the brain, into the eye, into some other places in the body, and we deliver chips to companies making these medical devices. We develop optical sensors, especially the 3D imaging sensors, now famous for, if you talk about autonomous driving, if you talk about cooperative robotics, the cars or the robots, they need to know their environment very, very well. And so optical 3D is an important sensing technology to support this. Well, we have the wireless and transponder activities. We do chip design. The specialty is chip design at 300 degrees C. So high temperature electronics. We do electronic assistance systems. Well, and somehow NILM is an electronic assistance systems for the better living. We do devices and technologies, so means we develop CMOS processes for semiconductor companies. We do infrared imagers. We do biosensors. Well, and we have the in-house center. Okay, the next two slides have been provided to me by Timo. This is our contribution to the NILM activities. To confess, I'm not a specialist in this, but he told me that the important activities we had, especially during these project here, was that we take data at very high frequency and we analyze them and get a lot of, well, you know, a lot of information out. And this is especially done for industrial environments. Well, and of course, we want to move on. We're looking for partners in follow-up projects, and if you have interest to join, please contact Timo, and he can give you a little bit more details. And also his dissertation, well, so we started with the research work, of course, as we very often do. His dissertation is available at this www.nilm.info website. Okay, so yeah, this is typical environment. Our NILM activities should be integrated, so some sort of more or less complex industrial environment where you can get a lot of data at out at a local measurement point. Okay, so that's all about NILM, I can tell you. My last slide is a little bit about this building here. This building, the Fraunhofer in-house center, is something run by Fraunhofer IMS, by our institute, but there are participating other Fraunhofer institutes. And this is, well, it's a building about electronics and building. So to create intelligent room and building systems. And especially it is about how can buildings support the human technology interaction to the benefit of people. And I think the most important thing we are dealing here about is health and care for elderly people, how to support, how high-tech can support the elderly growing society to stay longer within their homes, for example. and also a hospital. In fact, tomorrow you have a chance, those who are on the list, to visit a small hospital. Well, we do not do cuttings and real medical things here, but well, we do all about logistics, all about how can high-tech support the caring process, the documentation process, how intelligent gadgets do a better logistics delivery. This is what we do research about. Well, of course, this has to do a little bit with robotics, hygienics. In general, also for us as normal living people, the ambient assisted living, even if you go outside, it might be that you can get a little touch of urban gardening and farming also. Yeah, I see this is a special application center where our Fraunhofer activities like doing electronics and doing sensors and other Fraunhofer activities like doing software and logistics are meeting together, well, for the benefit of society and people. Okay, that's about Fraunhofer IMS and in-house center. And again, I will wish you a very nice workshop and success and interesting discussions, of course, also. Thank you.